Hey there, Lori here. I wanted to share something with you that I have been researching for the past 4 days, and I'm very impressed with this. Please don't mistake this for anything that you've seen before because there's simply nothing like it. And this morning I had a call with someone who is a super leader in this project, and he's been in it for 13 months, showed me his back office, and wow. Impressive to say the least is it doesn't even do that justice. And apparently, this company has been in business since 2016. And this person I spoke to this morning knows people who have been in personally since 2018. So it's been running successfully in this capacity 7 years. Because it's a DeFi staking program, it's completely anonymous, and definitely its anonymity is what's keeping it protected and what will keep the members protected moving forward, as we can already see with a 7-year track record. Now, before we begin, please take the time to read the disclaimer on this slide. Now, before we move forward with the rest of the presentation, I want you to understand first what you are about to hear. It's going to make the rest of the presentation much easier to understand. So very simply put, for $100, you can get a 3, 5, or 7-year DeFi staking contract that gives you a starting balance of $30,240 for 3 years and $43,200 for 5 years. For the purposes of this presentation, we're going to be focusing on the 3 and 5-year contracts. Operation is anonymous. There's no CEO or company, and this has been running since 2016 with confirmed proof of payment and withdrawals from very happy members. Now, these $100 contracts compound daily and earn between 0.1 and 0.3% per day. A 3-year contract returns $35,097 in profit for the account holder, and a 5-year contract returns $471,487 in profit for the account holder. 20 contracts are allowed per wallet, and only one wallet is allowed per user, and they are very strict on that. There is a special ongoing bonus right now that allows 50 contracts per wallet. We don't know how long that's going to last, so if you feel that's something you want to take advantage of, and if it's still available, you can do that. So here's just a quick recap before we begin. It's $100 per contract for a 3, 5, or 7-year term. The starting balance given to each user's wallet for 3 years is $30,240. The starting balance for a 5-year contract is $43,200. This means that the 0.1 to 0.3% earned begins earning on the starting balances. So the return for a 3-year contract would be $35,097.28 for a $100 contract cost. The 5-year return would be $471,487. There's anonymity for all parties. 20 contracts are allowed per wallet, and only one wallet is allowed per user. Currently, there is a special ongoing bonus that allows 50 contracts, and we'll talk about that at the end of the presentation. Okay, so this is not my PowerPoint, but until I'm able to create one, we're just going to go with it because I want to get the information out there. So please excuse any typos that you see in this PowerPoint. Okay, so we're talking about a company here called Cryptex. Now, Cryptex works as a community. There's no company and no CEO behind this. It works as a community. And then you have the 3 key components here, which are the banks, the user or the wallet holder, which would be you and I, and insurance companies. So let's talk about how this all fits together. So let's just touch on the concept of Cryptex. Cryptex operates within the DeFi staking community. So by creating a situation where Cryptex will bring together banks, insurance companies, and the wallet holder, which would be you or I, together, each of the parties are taking a huge financial profit. So what's so special about this is that every party is nameless with absolute anonymity guaranteed. Now, if you don't know anything about DeFi staking, you can simply look it up on Google. It's a very simple concept, and it's also a very profitable concept. When funds are held for a certain length of time with DeFi staking, you're able to earn daily profits. In this case, Cryptex allows for 0.1 to 0.3% daily with compounding over a 3-year period, 5-year period, and 7-year period. Within the Cryptex platform is the Cryptex wallet. This wallet is free of charge, can be opened anonymously. All you need to do is provide an email address, and there is no contractual or financial obligations for the owner of the wallet. You're simply going to profit by a starting capital that will be provided by a partner bank. This all comes together with a DeFi hybrid contract. Now, the DeFi hybrid contract is a contractual agreement between the wallet, the insurance company, and the bank. Now, it contains all important details. It has your contract number, your term, profits, fees, bonuses, interest, everything you would expect to see in a contract. Now, you have your choice of the length of term for the contract. You can either have a 3-year, a 5-year, or a 7-year. And you can have up to 20 contracts per wallet. Each contract costs $100 USD, and that will provide you with the starting capital in which the profits can be generated on. So at the end of the term, when the bank is paid back that starting capital, you get to keep the entire amount of profits over the duration of 3, 5, or 7 years is massive, which I'm going to show you in just a moment. Now, the insurance company involved insures the wallet for total loss and credit default. So what this means is that the insurance company secures the loan for the monthly profits for the agreed length of term. This protection is really put in place for the banks, but of course, you get a secondary benefit of that. And this is important for the bank because the banks provide the capital, so they need to have that insurance coverage. And no, we don't know the name of the bank. The bank wants to stay anonymous, as does the insurance company and as do the members. So this provides for very discreet transactions in which the bank can continue to operate, earn profits for the bank, and of course for the members as well. So it's pretty much a win-win situation. So what does this mean for you, the wallet holder? Well, after the contract is settled, after a 3, 5, or 7-year term, that capital gets paid back to the bank. And like I said before, those remaining profits are sent to the holder's wallet, which would be you. The balance of the wallet is then paid out immediately using whatever available method they have at the time. Currently, that is Bitcoin. I know this image is a little difficult to see, but this is really what I want you to take a look at. So these are the expectations based on a 5-year contract. The starting capital that the bank gives you is $43,200 based on a 5-year contract. And these are just typical contract fees. You, however, are only ever going to pay $100 one time for the entire length of your 5-year contract. Now, here's where it gets really exciting. So with that 5-year contract, you have your starting capital, $43,200, that compounds daily for 5 years. Now, at the end of 5 years, after compounding daily, you take a look down here, you can see that amounts to $514,687. That's incredible. Now, after the bank has returned their $43,200 loan, the user is left with $471,487 right here. That's incredible. But not just incredible. This is a reality. Since 2016, people have been getting paid on their contracts, 3 years, 5 years, and 7 years. Now, here's the 3-year contract. Now, with the 3-year contract, you're also going to pay $100 per contract. The difference is it's 3 years instead of 5 years. So rather than waiting 5 years, you'll only have to wait 3 years. And guys, the time is going to pass anyway. So you might be saying, oh, 5 years is so far away. 3 years is so far away. The time will pass anyway. Whether or not you're a part of this, 3 years is going to go by, 5 years is going to go by. So the starting capital the bank gives on this contract is $30,240. Now let's take a look at what happens after 3 years of daily compounding. The balance at the end of 3 years of compounding is $65,337. After the bank gets returned their $30,240, the user is left with $35,097. That's quite a big difference from the $471,487 that we saw on this slide after 5 years. But nonetheless, the 3-year contract is also a very profitable option. Now in this slide, we can see one of the active contracts, and this particular contract has 21 hybrid contracts for a total overview staked balance of $4,358,220. So remember what this means. At the end of the term, the bank gets paid back the capital they put out. So for example's sake, let's just say these 21 contracts are 3-year terms. I'm going to punch in some numbers here so you can take a look at what that would look like. So 21 contracts means that each individual contract, the bank gets paid back $30,240 times 21. That means the bank is going to get returned $635,040. What does that mean for the user? How much are they looking at with 21 contracts on a 3-year term? So remember, in the slide that we showed previously, after the bank was paid back, each $100 contract earned the user $35,097. That's just one 3-year contract. Now we're going to multiply that by 21, and the user will wind up with $737,000. That's remarkable, just for waiting 3 years. 3 years that are going to pass anyway. So what's the cost for that? What would be the cost for 21 contracts? This person did 21 contracts at $100. It's $2,100 for $737,000 after 3 years of time that's going to pass anyway. It's mind-blowing. In this active account, you can see some withdrawals that were made, and here you can see an individual withdrawal. There's lots more confirmation as well, and over 200,000 members worldwide. Here you can see the account that I just began, which has 20 hybrid contracts, and you can see the overview total staked balance is showing as $672,510. And that's what this account will yield after 3 and 5 years. If I click here under active staking, it will show you all the details of the contracts. If we scroll down a bit, you can see the various contracts right here and the total profit and the last profit. So if we click on one of these hybrid contracts, it will open up the individual contract, and you'll be able to view all the terms of that individual contract. The website is very well designed, but they are coming out with Cryptex 2.0. So currently they are working on that right now, which will give you even more features. So that's it for now. If what you've heard today makes sense to you, it's recommended to open an account, take a look around, and test it out with at least one $100 contract. Keep in mind, the sooner you start, the closer you are to your 3 or 5 year completion date, so don't wait. If you have further questions, please get back to the person who introduced you to this presentation. Embrace opportunity and have an amazing day.